Greetings, one and all. It is me, G minus. You can call me Mark, and I have some kind of ghostly power going on. It looks like my camera isn't much like in the window there, but I kind of like that. It's kind of interesting. And today is going to be short anyway, so it's not much point putting too much effort into the lighting. We're going to talk about Mr. Charlie Feathers, rockabilly legend supremo. You know, he's one of the top tier. Look at that. Top tier. Oh, let's do this. He's one of the top tier rockabilly artists. And I met him in 1980 when I was 14. And it was 1981 when I was 15. And it was at the Caister Rock and Roll Festival. It was the third one, I think. And I saw him play there. I don't really remember anything about it, such a long time ago. And afterwards, you could stand in line to get an autograph. And I took this with me, not this actual copy. I don't know what happened to my autograph copy. I really don't. I don't know why I don't have it anymore. But I, for some reason, had to buy it again. And this has a Los Angeles distributor, so I must have found another copy over here. I digress again. But I was quite excited to get that autographed. And I stood in line, and he had a little table. And he was selling his 45s on his own label. He had 2 out at that time on the Feathers label. He did a whole bunch of weird stuff on Feathers. He did a disco version of Jungle Fever and all kinds of weird stuff. But I stood in line for quite a long time, you know. There I am with my LP, and I get to the table, and I'm like, you know, would you sign it for me? And he's like, you gonna buy one of my records? I wasn't gonna. I didn't have that much money. I was a kid, you know. I was like, well, I was wondering if you could sign. Well, you ain't gonna buy my record. You better walk yourself out of that door. And I felt embarrassed, and kind of I was a kid being spoken to by an adult. So I bought. I think one was Blue Suede Shoes and one was Ooby Dooby, or that could have been the A and B side of one, and I forgot what the other one is. So I reluctantly buy the one record. And I'm like, oh, would you sign it? And so he's like, I got another one as well. He said, you want to get both of these? And so I bought both of them because he was kind of giving me an intense stare. And I was a kid. And he signed the LP. And I didn't ask him to sign the 45s. And I didn't see him signing anyone else's 45s. So yeah, I left with, that was my impression of the man. A wonderful man, not great with children. This has, been another Thrill House adventure for you. Just keep strapped down because we're going to have some... Who are we going to have? We're going to have Jackie Lee Cochran. That'll be a good one. Johnny Cash will be a good one. I'm trying to think who else would be relevant. I'm not just going to say, oh, I met someone and there wasn't something weird they did or interesting. You know, I've met many of people who have just been super nice people. George Hamilton IV was a good one. But I don't know if it's story-worthy, but he was just like the nicest, friendliest guy who kept following us around. There are some great Tony Khan stories, but I wasn't involved in any of those. But, yeah, this has been another... I'm only dragging this out because I think my Charlie Feathers story would have been about 30 seconds long. He tried to charge me. He charged me for his autographs. Okay, anyway. Like it? No.